Hello. So, we're here having our anniversary dinner. The Jekyllhydeclub has moved out of our clubhouse for a moment. It's a really pretty restaurant, and we love to come here, so it's nice to come for our anniversary. It's just lovely decor. The fireplace isn't as fiery right now because it's not winter, but it's very pretty still. It's busier than usual here tonight. Maybe everyone wants to celebrate our wedding anniversary with us.
Yes, it has very interesting peculiarities of architecture. Our friends pointed out to us, and they were so right. It has nice wood. It just adds so nicely to the atmosphere of eating.
I love the chandeliers. They're very cool.
Yeah.
And it's weird because the place, I knew about this place forever. We just never came in because it's called Elmer's. And I thought, okay, this is just going to be a greasy spoon diner. Like, it's called Elmer's. Like, okay. And it wasn't really the type of place we would frequent just from the sound of it. But our friend wanted to try out the food, so we came in. And it's very beautiful. So the name does not suit the place.
Yes, I think it's because the owner was unfortunate to have such a...
He should have like changed his name or used something else. I don't know.
Why it's the chain restaurant?
Well, okay, but whoever made the change should have called it something nicer. So we're having dinner with Aunt Tabitha and Uncle Fester to celebrate our wedding anniversary. We're having crab salad. It's going to be delicious. And after that, we will present our 50 facts. Since it's our anniversary, we decided to do a video that we actually doubted we would ever do, of 50 facts about us. It just seems kind of random and not overly fascinating. But it is our wedding anniversary and we have to do something to celebrate. So, well, we've done things to celebrate, but something to celebrate with everyone. So we have 50 facts about us that some of you may or may not know. Some of them probably you don't, but here goes.
Number 1, we have 2 wedding anniversaries.
Yes, today is the 13th of July, which is our first one. That was the legal wedding. We got married legally on the 13th. And then September 24th is our second wedding anniversary. And we got married in a Celtic hand fasting with the family. So that was like, it was outside. It was very pretty and fun and festive. Great for fall, which is our favorite time. So we have 2 wedding anniversaries without having to get, like, you know, divorced or anything.
And renew our vows.
Yeah, we're not going to renew them. We think they're fine as they are. They don't get rusty. We don't change our minds. I never understood the renewing your vows unless people had, like, problems. I don't know. But that's just us. Okay.
Together, our hair equals our favorite colors.
Yes. And our favorite colors, obviously, are red and black. So together, we have red and black.
Though we grew up in different countries, we have the same favorite childhood cartoons.
That was so cool. Like, he grew up in Russia, I grew up here in the US, and we loved the same cartoons, like Thundercats and She-Ra and like He-Man. And I had to introduce him to Smurfs, which is weird because I think Russians invented Smurfs. But
well, maybe the Czechs, but...
I thought it was Russian, was it?
Well, the Czechs were the ones that broadcasted it first, but same bloc, communist
But I
bloc.
thought the Russians invented them, though, like...
They came up with there's a theory, but you know, like it wasn't...
It's a conspiracy Smurf theory.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think it was like the 50s, too, like before any of us knew were existing, so...
Yes.
Okay.
We're both legally blind.
Him, like, less so than me, but we all have our challenges.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I have won several 1-minute chess tournaments, sometimes when being drunk.
When being drunk. He actually has won several chess tournaments in general, but the 1-minute ones, to me, are the most impressive and blow my mind because, like, winning at chess anyway is awesome, like, but playing an entire chess game in 1 minute blows my mind. Just the concept blows my mind. So...
The first gift Morticia ever gave me was a black rabbit. Aww.
Black rabbit. We'll have to put him in the thumbnail or something.
Yes.
And he's like the American McGee action figure, evil version of the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, but he's the black rabbit. And he looks really awesome. And we both love rabbits, so like when I saw it, I just had to get us both one. And there's a whole rabbit story because we don't have either one anymore. I bought us both one, so you would think we would be covered, like somebody will always have the rabbit. And we don't have the rabbit. We had to buy a third rabbit because neither of us had the other rabbit, and it was a whole thing. But now we have the rabbit again, so it's all good. And I'm wearing his jewelry version today on a bracelet that I made because it's sentimental. He's a pretty rabbit. Okay. I reviewed him from Flaunting Charms a while back. He's awesome.
And the next fact is that we are published authors.
Yes, we are horror and fantasy authors. A lot of short story anthologies, published meaning by someone else, not by self, because we are too lazy to do self-publishing. So, yeah, our latest is In Southern Swamps and Ruins, a ghost story anthology, which we'll review one day eventually.
I didn't like burgers or fries until I came here and ate them in the US. They just weren't as good in Israel, I must confess.
Yeah, he's like, I don't really like McDonald's and burgers. And I'm going, what is wrong with you? Okay, I don't get this. And then one day we're at McDonald's and I'm like, you just have to try it. Like, and he's like, oh, this is totally different. This is really good. I'm like, oh, good. You are normal after all. Okay, well, not normal, but like, yeah. Oh, and about the writing, I have to backtrack slightly. If you guys haven't checked out our Spooky Saturdays, we have the most terrifying ghost story on the net out right now that I wrote. So you can check out our writing free. Yay. It's really good.
And speaking about writing and horror, Morticia grew up on horror movies, but had nightmares about the Smurfs.
I did. I was raised on like a horror, and you know, I am Morticia, so my family's all into horror, which is great. And I love the Smurfs, but for some reason, when I chose to have a nightmare at 6 and wake up screaming, it was about the Smurfs chasing me and biting my bottom. And I don't know, like, I didn't say I was normal, okay?
It's very creative. It's the most original nightmare out there, though. So.
Thank you.
Okay, now to our favorite topic. Morticia's favorite serial killer is Jack the Ripper, but mine is Son of Sam.
Yeah, we were talking, we met online that'll come out later. But anyway, we were talking about anything under the sun until he got into the country. We had nothing to do but email and talk. So I don't know how it came up. What's your favorite serial killer? My spell check changed it to cereal as in breakfast cereal too. And he was like laughing, like, serial killing. Remember that?
Yes.
And so like, I think Jack the Ripper is awesome. Like, he's like just cool. He never got caught. He was trying to clean up the streets, yo. And he's like, but I like Son of Sam. And I'm like, why? He's like, because he's funny. And I'm like, okay, but Jack
I mean,
the
think
Ripper.
about it. Talking to a 5,000-year-old dog, it's like, it's metaphysical, man.
5,000-year-old dog is definitely metaphysical, man.
It makes me feel high just to think.
I was going to say, he's not high. I don't know what he would get. Coffee, I guess. We do have all this coffee, like, so maybe he's caffeine high.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sometimes we listen to spooky music like Meghan Trainor, Rihanna, Russian folk songs, cartoon themes. Oh wait, but aren't those a little spooky when you really think about it?
Yeah, Meghan Trainor can be scary. I was thinking, like, we do have some unspooky music, and then I was like, maybe not. Okay.
I have lived in 3 countries and speak several languages.
You the man.
Ooh.
He has lived in 3 countries. I think that's awesome.
Yes, fun experiences. But Morticia took 4 years of Latin, and it is very good for spells.
Yes, Latin is very good for spells.
It sounds impressive, like one of those, like, I could see it really happening, like the magic taking place.
With Latin?
Yes.
I like Latin. I enjoyed it. I didn't want to take, like, Spanish or French. All the other languages seemed boring, so I took Latin. And it really helped me later in my medical training, so
Very good choice.
I was glad I took it. And it helped on the SATs.
Yeah.
Doesn't help when I try to learn Russian, though. There are no Latin roots for Russian words.
We got Greek, baby.
I swear, I wish I didn't have an option to take, or I would have.
We have yet to visit Greece or the UK.
But we want to. Those are like, I don't want to go to Prague, but I'd like to go to UK and Greece next.
But Prague sounds good. Prague. That's like the word. I sort of was head of a street gang.
Sort of was head of a street gang?
Yeah.
You were sort of head of a street gang.
Kind of, yeah.
You thug you.
Yes, and that was when I was a kid.
Thug child.
When I was 6.
A thug almost toddler child. That is impressive. I was impressed when he told me that a while back, yes.
Yes, people somehow unquestionably accepted my leadership. I don't know why, but maybe I have something about it. Like, it was several times in my life where people accepted my leadership, so I don't know. It just worked out for me.
Maybe it was the do what I want or I'll bash you in the head with my toy.
I think so. I like to indulge in food bets. As in, betting that I can eat a lot and then doing it. And I usually win, by the way.
He has eaten astronomical amounts, and how he stays so perfectly in shape, I don't know. He has eaten astronomical amounts of food before. Our roommate Kimmy would bet him if he could do it or not, and he would take on the bet. She buys it, if he eats it, and then he gets it free, and then I think she would give him another dinner or something. Like, I have seen him eat outrageous amounts of food.
And the next fact is that I frighten strangers with the accuracy of my tarot readings.
Yeah, he was doing tarot parties when we used to live near my mom for a minute. And he would get hired out for a party to do a tarot reading for like everybody at the party. You just get like a flat rate and tips. And we had a friend give us a ride to this one because it was like an hour and a half away, and it's not really a good idea for legally blind people to drive, so we tried to avoid that. And our friend gave us a ride, and the lady having the party said that was fine. And he was awesome. He just got to hang out and talk to people and eat while we worked. So, and Gomez mainly worked. I was like assisting him. And he said, our friend was like, yeah, these people were all coming out and they looked all scared and freaked out. And they were like, is this guy like stalking us? And how does he know us? And they were asking the lady that held the party, like, are you paying him? Did you tell him this stuff? And she's like, no. So like, he is really accurate.
Well, thank you, Jill.
It was just charming that it like frightened people somehow. Like, you ask the questions people don't ask if you don't want to know.
Yes, I was frightened myself of the decor that was there, but that's...
That was a different party. That wasn't that party.
Oh, okay.
No, that was a different.
But my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving. Not surprisingly, perhaps, because I like food. And Morticia's is Halloween. Probably also not surprising if you
Yes, his would be Halloween if he didn't have Thanksgiving. But it's funny because he's not the American, but his favorite one is like the classic American holiday, so he can eat.
Yummy. And then we are both the youngest child in our family.
Yes, we're both the baby.
And I think both of our sisters have like 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have a lot in common. It's almost uncanny, like all the time. We're not even touching up on most of it here. So.
Our lives are a perfect mix of Seinfeld and the Addams Family, as could be evident from our names.
Yes, if you haven't watched Seinfeld, you need to. It's very funny. And it's very us. I would be Jerry, the female version of Jerry. And we had a fight over who would be Kramer, but he got Kramer. But he doesn't like do clumsy stuff like Kramer, but he can do other stuff.
For example, I can convince people to eat fruit when I really like it.
Yeah, but I've done that before too.
Yes.
So. But as well, I wanted to be Kramer, but I guess I am a lot more Jerry. Every time I'll say something, he's like, that's so Jerry. Like, no, it's me, it's me, it's me.
We do not smoke.
No. And these days I've gotten, and if any of you were smokers, like, okay, but it's gross. Like, I kind of get hostile when I walk outside of a building in the fresh air, and people are supposed to stay, like, away from the doors. And I walk out the door, and these people right in my face, literally, with their cigarette smoke, and I'll be like, that's so disgusting. I guess I didn't want to breathe fresh air. And I make sure they hear me, because if I'm being inconvenienced, they can be too. And we don't smoke weed either because I feel it makes one stupid and unmotivated. At least it does that to us. Even if we're in the room with someone who has a medical marijuana license, which happened to get contact high, and I'm just like useless all day and I don't like it. So, no smokers, which we sing, so that's a good thing.
Yes.
How'd that rhymed?
I like that. And we only drink lightly from time to time.
Like social drinking. Except if it's a birthday party and he gets drunk and then plays chess and wins a lot.
And then there's also the other kind of drink, that's coffee, which for us is a daily must.
Yes, we have to have a lot of coffee, a lot. This is our second installment, and it's huge and yummy.
Yes.
We may or may not have more later.
Probably will.
Okay, we will have more later.
My double major in uni was math and English.
To me, someone taking math and English as a double kind of blew my mind. So his mind is a beautiful, fascinating, frightening place.
Ooh, I like that.
I thought you would, darling.
That sounds so literary.
Ooh.
Morticia sold jewelry to her first store when she was only 18.
I did. I was like, ooh, I just turned 18. I'm selling jewelry to the mall. I'm the man. I'm all dancing around a Evita soundtrack by Madonna, like, yeah, I'm moving up, moving up. Okay.
And we are currently working on a book series involving Jekyll and Hyde, Dracula, Frankenstein, and Freddy Krueger.
Somehow we started writing 4 books at once. They're all like, you know, one happens after the other, and that would be nice if we wrote them in that order, but inspiration strikes weirdly, and kind of we're stuck writing 4 now at once, so I hope they get finished eventually.
I have written articles that were posted in the Messenger, which is a newspaper in Southern California. They were on Greek mythology and sort of self-help and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he actually convinced them and got it published that eating chocolate will help you lose weight.
Works for me every time. Look at me. I love
I was like, they're not going to publish that, but go ahead. They rejected mine. I wrote about chakras and stuff, and the editor at the time said I was pushing the envelope, which I always pushing it. So, you know, I was like, whatever. I thought it kind of fit your newspaper, but okay, you know, if you're a writer, you know how it is, weird rejections that don't make sense, you're going to get those. So, okay, whatever. And he wrote this thing about eating chocolate is going to help you lose. I'm like, well, that's ridiculous, but since I got rejected with what I thought would fit, go ahead and send it in. Go ahead. Like, you'll probably get published. It's so ridiculous. And he did. So, and then he got other articles that were more serious, like the Greek mythology and whatnot. So, and I think you wrote about numerology.
I did.
Because he is a math major and a numerologist, a master numerologist.
Ooh. But Morticia did even better. She once won money for a singing contest, singing Witcher Woman by the Eagles.
That was fun. I even had like a broom staff that I did things with.
Such a good memory.
That was fun.
I could fly with you.
Oh, thank you. We'll share.
Cara mia. We both hate cooking and cleaning, so we pay someone else to do it.
That's the way. Pay anybody if you can to do the things you hate doing, then you have more time to not hate what you're doing.
That's our motto in life. And we are very nocturnal and sleep the most of the day like proper bats.
Yes.
One of our top hobbies is writing in Yahoo roleplay games.
What's nice about writing in a roleplay game is you get to just play the characters you want and not worry about building the rest of the story with other characters that you don't really want to write. So it's fun.
We are very private and perhaps a little antisocial.
That's why we didn't think we would do this kind of video.
But we do love ancient history. That's where our hanging out. Well, just to say something cute. Let's see.
Yes, ancient history. We like history in general, but ancient history is like our top obsession favorite, which you can tell from our Greek and Egyptian hauls that we have.
Yes. And South Park is our favorite comedy.
It is awesome. South Park is so funny. Except the last season is kind of getting stupid, and I wish they wouldn't do the constant continuing storyline. Like, I like one episode where they'll have a point and move on into something else the next episode. I don't like this whole where it's all connected because it's running stuff into the ground that nobody cares about.
Yes, that's because they're making themselves be like everybody else instead of sticking with what they are.
Yes, I'm talking South Park like 2 seasons ago and before. So they get better. I hope they just get better soon.
And my childhood hero was Bruce Lee, and Morticia's was Freddy Krueger.
Once you put Bruce Lee and Freddy Krueger together, and you have a whole lot of kick-ass.
That's a good point. And we heavily study mythology. And we met because of a book series by Robert Jordan called Wheel of Time.
That's right. No dating site for us.
We're too literary for that.
Yes, we met on a book chat list.
We both have huge hat boxes full of jewelry.
Yes. You know those big metal hat boxes with the handles? Each of our metal hat boxes with handles is full of jewelry. And he didn't wear jewelry until I got him into it. He's like, do guys wear jewelry? Like, I'm like, yeah.
And now mine is almost as big as Morticia's.
Yeah, he's got a ton of jewelry. I think you got more bracelets than I do.
Ooh.
And Mom is always saying, like, he looks really good. And, you know, he sold jewelry to guys because he was wearing it. You know, when I was selling jewelry out places, he would model it and sell it, and guys would buy it because it looks so good on him.
Look at me. We have been in rock bands.
Yes, we have rocked out with bands.
My 2 favorite books are Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson and the Malazan series. Morticia's are The Goblin Mirror and Howl's Moving Castle.
See, we decided when we were choosing books we had to have 2 favorites because it's hard to do one favorite. And I let him have his second favorite book as a whole book series just because we love books that much. Stephen Erickson is a really cool author.
Yes. Being so similar, we also have the same favorite animal. Rabbits, bats, and ravens.
And yes, he did say animal singular. We couldn't choose. We chose not to choose.
They're all so cute. My favorite chocolate is...
Chocowitz.
Chocolate. is Ferrero Rocher. but Morticia's is world's finest chocolate, which is
it's got almonds.
a very
It's so
good
good.
choice.
It is.
We both have excellent memory on some things and a complete blank on others.
It's weird. Like, I'll remember something in extreme detail, and he won't know what the heck I'm talking about, but then he'll do the same thing. Like, one of us will remember it like we can relay every detail, and then the other one's like, what? No. I don't have a single clue what you're talking about. No, we did this, or we ate that, and it was this food, and you really liked it. And like, did I? And like, as you saw from the other above statements about us, we are not like drug or alcohol users to black out and not remember stuff. But it's just funny that one of us can totally like have this perfect picture vivid and the other one has no idea what we're talking about. So it's always funny. Like, one of us remembers it perfectly, the other one has no idea. Or else we both remember it really well, or we both don't. So it's interesting. He thinks it's cool that I remember where all my items came from, but doesn't everybody except him? Like, he remembers some of his stuff, but I'm like, do you remember where you got this pendant or this bracelet? And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, I know where I got everything that I'm in my stuff. Like, I know where each thing came from. Like, no, if it's like an eBay store online that I didn't get from again, I can be like, okay, I got it online, like eBay or something. Like, and I don't remember the store, but I'll at least know it didn't come from somewhere local. So.
But remember, it's not like 5 rings or anything. We have an enormous.
I know, but I still know where all my stuff came.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
roughly
Is that not
how long
normal?
ago. No, it's normal. It's super normal.
I don't know.
It's a talent. I admire
Okay.
it. And the songs, the way you remember the songs, I also admire that.
Well, you have a good memory for things too.
Oh, Cardinal. And we both agree on hating Turkish coffee.
Turkish coffee. I mean, we are coffee connoisseurs, but Turkish coffee is crap. My mouth was mad at me for giving it Turkish. I was like, what? What? Is this like turpentine in my cup? What?
Why am I being punished?
It was not cool. And we were tired the day we tried it and really needed it. And it was just like, we can't. No. We tried to do that. I bought it, so I should at least drink it this time. And then we couldn't finish it.
And sadly, we can't sleep without an audiobook, but fortunately we always have one available.
Yes, we always have to be reading an audiobook. My mind will just do stuff if I don't let it listen to a story, and then it gets quiet and goes to sleep.
That's a good mind. We hate The Walking Dead and don't care if everyone loves it.
It's stupid. I hate it, and I can't believe it's been running for so long. I hate it. It's like, okay, maybe it's good, everybody loves it. No.
You're all wrong, people.
Oh, it's just mindless, stupid zombies and redneck apocalypse. No, no, no. Okay, I'll stop now. So the Walking Dead people don't unsubscribe or send us hate mail. Okay.
Okay.
You have a right to like it. There's more Walking Dead for you.
But to compensate for our hate, we also have strong likes. For example, Morticia played Fleetwood Mac for several years straight in high school.
I did. I had Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. They came out before I was born, but I played it. I just didn't like a lot of the music that was out at the time, and so I got into my mom's music. And I had Rumors on auto reverse and just constantly played it, and nothing else got listened to. So if you were my friend in high school, you really got into Fleetwood Mac or you hated them. I don't see how anyone can hate them, but hey.
But on the bright side, you know them really well, like all the albums, all the singers, everything, all the jewelry.
I mean, I listened to that for a year straight, like just constantly had it in. And we do though. We'll get into a song or music and just play it like forever.
Yes, this is definitely like something that I admire personally as another musical performer type of thing, where I could ask Morticia any song where it came from, any album.
On a Fleetwood Mac album? Well, yeah.
So it's like awesome. I always like the talent.
Aw.
So, I have talents of my own, namely persuasion, because Morticia once hated Buffy and Charmed, but I got her into them.
I boycotted Buffy and Charmed because I didn't like a lot of the theories behind it or the way things worked, or I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't going to, and then he got me watching both of them, and I was so embarrassed about that for a while, but I have healed, and now I'm proud of it. I like Buffy and Charmed.
But on the bright side, I'm not getting you into Walking Dead or anything.
Well, no, because you don't like it. I don't think that would work. I think I didn't hate them that much. I just wasn't interested.
That's true. Okay, and now to another fun subject, my bachelor party. Less ordinary than some, it involved vodka, a chicken, and all-night chess with Morticia's adopted brother Walter.
Yes, I was like, it's 6 a.m. Can we please go to bed? We have to get married in like a few hours.
Well, he wasn't done losing to me.
And yes, I was there at his bachelor party, Kimmy and I were there. So, you know, he's just a good guy. He doesn't need to do bad things before he gets married. But, like, yes, he did say it involved a vodka, a chicken, and all-night chess with my adopted brother, Walter. And if you're wondering what the vodka and chicken have to do with each other, good question. Next.
And that concludes our presentation.
Oh, that's all. Okay. Well, we hope you've enjoyed sharing our anniversary with us. We leave you with the thought of the chicken.
Yeah.